Well, I'm kind of well. I'm changing glasses here. I'm kind of glad to be here. Now, obviously, you're right. I'm not in a music store. I'm not in a music studio. I'm in my own little environment here, and I wanted to basically tell you guys, right, that this premise is really cool. And I'm gonna have to figure out right what angle to film at. So this will be the first one. Danny Britt, all right, many years ago had this fantastic little set of lessons. They were called 60-second lessons. It was a CD collection. The thing was brilliant. I did some sub-reactions on YouTube built off of that. If you go on YouTube, you might be able to find some of them. You might not. I don't know if they're still there, but if you go youtube.com/Strum TV show, that was Danny's brainchild. And it made me very notable to the public, which is a really cool thing. So I want to thank Danny for that. But the premise of what I'm going to do here is built off of that premise. But it's going to be a little bit longer of a lesson. Well, all right, I dubbed this as a 5-minute drum lesson because I don't know that it's really going to go much longer than 5 minutes. I mean, if it does, that's cool too. If you guys want to study with me privately, these are the things that I like to teach. They're actually called off-the-sheet concepts. When I was teaching Dr. Mike, a really good friend of mine, he was a student, but now he's like one of my best friends. We were kind of doing like a lot of stuff, right? I was teaching him out of my book. We were doing transcriptions, doing all these concepts. But Mike, right, is a really good improviser. Kind of played like Danny Serapin. Just had a really swinging left hand. And I thought, right, that it would really be cool for me to, instead of, right, of do sheets, do off-the-sheet concepts and then have him improvise on that. And so I wrote, right, this whole collection called Off-the-Sheet Concepts. And there's probably right about 144 of them, I think. I'm not exactly sure the number. And that's right what these 5-minute lessons are going to be built off of. Now, I hope right that you guys right can see my hands, but if you can't right, I'll try to do the best I can. Right now, right, I'm just going to film and we'll see what happens. Now, the first off-the-sheet lesson is built off of the 5-stroke roll, and I'm going to be doing this on my practice pad, so there won't be any drum set interpretations. What I'll probably do tomorrow, maybe I'll revisit it in an improv, but I'll see what happens. I'm working on like so many different things lately. I never really go in any particular order. But the concept of the 5-stroke off-the-sheet lesson, by the way, right, I'm really good at this. This is right the kind of thing, right, that a lot of people have complimented me on in terms of explaining the basics of concepts. A lot of guys that do instructional videos, right, they play really fast, and then it kind of goes by you, and then you really can't understand what they're doing, so you don't get anything out of it. So basically, right, left, right, left, left. So that's basically right, left, right, left. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Now, what I want you guys to try to do is get it, you start it like da 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 da, right, left, left. But if you study like with a really good instructor that's teaching you about rebound, you have to bounce those strokes. So the whole premise of the idea is basically, now there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it as an appoggiatura and 1. In other words, before the measure, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. You can do it that way. Oh, I missed a stroke. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. It's been a little while right since I've done an explanatory. This is pretty cool to do this. Now, since I'm not on a drum set, but I do have like a, sort of a practice pad drum set here, it's actually pretty good. Hey, thanks to Dennis Reiki, right, over at the Drum Center, right, I've added a few pads, but So thanks, Dennis. But so I would actually take about the right hand and mobilize it to one of the other pads. I don't know if you can really hear that. Okay, so that's right, the appoggiatura approach. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Now what I'm thinking, right, is take right the idea one time across, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Get used to it. I'm not used to doing this. And so what I'm thinking of is take the first part of it, and then improvise. You guys can do anything you want there. So that's where I want you guys to fill in the blanks and then use your imagination. And the second approach to this particular off-the-sheet approach would be on the beat. So in other words, we approach it like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, left. Good. I think when it's on the beat, acts a little bit better as a fill if you want to use it as a fill. So in other words, you could imagine it as like 1 and. So picture yourself like maybe doing like a rhythm for 4 beats maybe. For 3 measures, for 4 beats. That was good. 1 and 2 and then. I'm not on a drum set, but okay, so you can kind of think it that way. And then of course, the right hand being around on another surface gives it a little bit more of a melodic approach. Or you could just do it on one surface. Now, I got to get used to doing this. So, so one really cool approach would be to set it up in a way where you play it one measure across and then create your own schematic in terms of of creativity. So I'm just going to improvise here. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, of course, I'm not on a drum set, I'm on my practice pads. I don't know if you hear my bass drum, my foot there. So that's basically it. That's your basic 2 ideas. And so that's basically it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably come back tomorrow, if I think of it, when I'm on one of my electronic drum sets, because that's what I'm primarily playing on. Maybe I'll do like a response to it. But for now, I hope you guys found it useful. Now take the ideas and, create off of them. I didn't get too much into detail as far as improvisation is concerned because I'd rather improvise on the drum set rather than, that. So let me just review it one more time, just in case. Right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. And the real idea is make it fluent. You have to be able to rebound. Now, another lesson, which I could do another time, that appoggiatura, I did something online, recently I think it was over at Sam Ash, where I did the 5-stroke appoggiatura on the snare into rhythm. So if you want, you can take that, instead of going into this exercise, use that as an appoggiatura into any kind of rhythm that you happen to maybe want to be playing. So in other words, all right, you take the right hand and you go to the cymbal. Boom. Well, that was good. The rhythm. I gotta get used to doing this, right? I'm not used to doing explanatives on pads, so I hit the rim a couple of times. Good try, but no cigar. Actually, I don't smoke cigars. But, all right, so, that's basically it. That's my 5-minute lesson. I think I probably went longer than 5 minutes. I went 10 minutes. Sir, we're going to have to ask you to leave. But, if they end up being 10, they end up being 10. I have to try to shorten them. Danny told me, to try to make my segments 30 seconds. I can't even say the word the in 30 seconds, Hey, did you ever forget how to say the word the? Yeah, that's pretty good. I got that from Tony Robbins. See yourself, playing these ideas and having fun with them and trying to create. And, send me your comments. Actually, don't send me your comments. I'd rather not, hear any of your comments. Please don't call. No, but if you guys want to study with me, again, 516-263-9782, you can email me at jindyke54@gmail.com, and look up me on Facebook. I am going to the show. Hey, by the way, my show's on in a little while. I'm not going to watch it. I never watch myself on TV. I get really nervous watching myself, I'll tell you one thing about it. If I knew so many people that were going to watch, I certainly would have tried to play better. But, I am what I am. I am what I am. By the way, I'm not really a drummer. I'm a frustrated impersonationist. You see, I try to squeeze my impersonations into my acting, I'm pretty bad. Thanks. Over and out for now. Beam me up, Scotty.